Welcome to today's deep dive. So you know the classic Shonen Jump formula, right? I mean, if a mountain isn't exploding and people aren't, like, actively debating power scaling, is it even a hit?
Yeah, usually the answer is no. But the manga we're looking at today totally throws that out the window.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this. Because today we are looking at some fascinating reporting on Blue Box, or Ao no Hako. It's a manga that just smashed a massive milestone.
Right, a really massive one.
And our mission today is to decode exactly how a grounded sports romance basically conquered the action-heavy world of Jump. It swaps the rocket launcher for, like, a really good pair of squeaky basketball sneakers.
Well, the numbers as of May 1st, 2026 are honestly staggering. So creator Kouji Miura's series officially hit 10 million copies in circulation. That's across digital and physical, right as Volume 25 dropped in Japan.
10 million is wild.
Yeah.
But wait, the velocity is the crazy part. Didn't it just jump a full million copies in like a few months?
It did, yeah. It accelerated so fast.
So how exactly does a quiet story about badminton and high school crushes compete with the usual shonen hype? I mean, how does it get that kind of traction?
Well, what's fascinating here is the underlying engine of the story. It's that morning practice concept. You have Taiki Inomata, who's this underdog badminton player, and Chinatsu Kano, the basketball star he admires.
Right.
And instead of using, power levels or life or death stakes to build tension, Miura just uses the physical limits of stamina. It's early morning gym sessions and tournament brackets.
I hear you on the morning practice appeal, but realism alone doesn't guarantee a massive hit. Aren't there like dozens of grounded sports manga that just fail to get any traction?
Yeah.
What makes this one so different?
It really comes down to how it handles the romance. It completely avoids those exhausting will they, won't they tropes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. The romantic progress isn't delayed by manufactured misunderstandings or artificial shyness. It's delayed by sheer physical exhaustion and athletic ambition.
That makes perfect sense. It's almost like readers are suffering from battle fatigue. Like after years of reading about teenagers saving the universe, there's a real craving for the high stakes of just everyday attainable goals.
Exactly. Just sweating, failing, and genuinely trying to make nationals. It respects the character's drive to win, which in turn earns the reader's respect.
But, a great story is one thing. That rapid 1 million copy growth requires a major catalyst.
Definitely. And that grounded emotional hook is exactly what made it ripe for adaptation. That's the massive catalyst behind the recent surge.
The anime boost.
Yeah, season 1 of the anime. It was produced by Telecom Animation Film and wrapped up its 25-episode run in early 2025. Their clean aesthetic and the soundtrack brought Taiki and Chinatsu to a huge global audience on Netflix.
Right, so it acted as a direct funnel from casual viewers to dedicated manga buyers.
Precisely.
That transition makes sense, but looking ahead, we have a major variable. Season 2 drops on October 4, 2026, and they are switching production to Studio Electric Circus, with Daisuke Sato directing.
Yeah, it's a huge shift.
But if the appeal of Season 1 was that incredibly delicate, specific aesthetic that matched Miura's art, handing the keys to a completely new team feels like a massive risk to that momentum, doesn't it?
It really raises an important question about the show's future, and it's actually accompanied by some bittersweet news for the fandom.
Oh.
Yeah, this studio change is happening right as the manga itself approaches its end. Recent messages from Kouji Miura at the Jump Festa convention suggest the story is in its final stretch.
Wait, really? So the new anime team isn't just taking the baton. They have the pressure of carrying it toward the finish line while the manga is wrapping up.
Pretty much. But
Yeah.
reaching that 10 million mark ensures the series is bowing out entirely on its own terms. It's a commercial and critical juggernaut, regardless of the studio shift.
So what does this all mean for you as a reader? It means Blue Box essentially redefined modern shonen. It proved to the industry that you don't need exploding mountains or magical grimoires to capture a massive audience.
I mean, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's a reminder that authenticity and emotional stakes can be just as gripping as the fate of the world.
Sometimes, just quiet, shared moments in a rainy gymnasium, grounded in real sweat and ambition, are enough to sell 10 million copies. Which leaves you with a final thought to ponder.
Yeah.
If a realistic sports romance can beat the loud, flashy battle shonen formula at its own game, what other completely ordinary, everyday experiences are just waiting to be turned into the next global storytelling phenomenon?
I mean, maybe the next 10 million copy hit is happening quietly right next door.
Honestly, it probably is.